Alright guys, welcome back to, I'm calling this like episode 1.5. So I am going to try to get Sonja caught up to where Ludwig is at in the MSQ, and then continue from there. However, it might not happen because I only have about an hour and a half of recording like per episode. So if it doesn't happen, we'll just move on, keep going with the story, and then once Ludwig hits the first landmark in the MSQ, which I'm going to dub Sastasha, then we'll pause on doing MSQ until Sonja catches up to Sastasha, and we'll keep running that away. Alright, let's get into it with Sonja here. Last we left off, we're going to the Ul'dah dispatch yard to speak to Papashan, and we have a couple of side quests there as well, so I'm going to head out into... I almost headed out into Central Phanolin without talking to Mimishu. That would have been terrible. I think that man purposely ran into me. The elephants are still here in Ul'dah. They have a Matanga thing, too. Did they change outfits? I feel like this is some sort of beautiful story that they're telling, but I don't know what it is. Alright, Mimishu, what do you have here? Scorpion Crossing. The way couldn't be simpler. Pass through this gate and head west until you come upon it. Delivering a package, are you? In that case, you'll want to speak to Oswell when you arrive. So we have a package in Horizon, and then we have Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. Controversially, I may go to Horizon first. Is that more perilous? Is that... Let's see. Well, they're both level 4. Okay, let's run to Horizon. Oh god, but I'm gonna have so many side quests on the way to Horizon. I guess that's the point, isn't it? Let's go to Horizon. And we are on our way. We have entered Western Phanolin, so I am going to head toward... Oh, it's not actually that far into... It's not actually that far into Phanolin, so I may just be able to turn this guy in and then head up toward Central Phanolin, and then come back for these level 7s when I am in the area. Oh, but there are side quests here. Well, that screws up the whole thing. Guess we're doing Western Phanolin today. Oswell, it's gone. I just know it. Gods, as if I hadn't enough problems already. You took the wrong package, Botolf, you bloody oaf. Oaf? We are delivering this package, the Horizon package. You're a 12 cent. You've spared me quite a headache, friend. Thank you. If only there weren't so many other misplaced shipments plaguing me these days. Right now, we don't have an advantage of getting either of these items, so I'm going to take the bronze piece. And we have some more side quests going, so it is time to start picking stuff up. I briefly, in the last episode, talked about how I was going to do side quests one at a time, and while I understand it might be easier to follow that way,
I recognize the council has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
So I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it the way that I would do it if I was playing by myself, and hopefully that makes sense. It'll be a little more all over the place in terms of, like, quest progression, but it'll feel more natural to actually experiencing and playing the game the way that you would, where you're picking up things that are near each other and executing those things before moving on. So, hope that tracks. But you'll kind of see how I go about it. I kind of use a clock method in looking at the map in order to execute it all. So we'll go with that for now and see how it goes. If there are enough people actually watching this video and it turns out that you guys hate that method of going about quests, just let me know and I'll go back to doing them one at a time. It'll just take longer. You've time to spare, don't you? Make yourself useful and help me find my missing crates. The manifest clearly states that three crates bound for East Aldenard Trading Company were included in the latest shipment from Vesper Bay, but I can't seem to find the bloody things. They ought to be around here somewhere, but I can't waste any more time looking. If you find the crates, bring them to me. Oops. No, 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 this can't be happening. There's no time to send for more, and no, you there. Please, you must help me. Go kill as many cactuars as you must to gather 4 bottles of their blood. I don't care if you have to hunt the little green bastards to extinction. Please, there's no time to explain. Just know that my very life hangs in the balance. For the love of gods, hurry, woman! I am going to take my sweet time. Ime has 2 quests for me. Oh! Okay, so we're gonna take ticked off. Ime of the Scorpion Crossing. You there, yes you. You're an adventurer, are you not? You travel about Eorzea, slaying beasts and finding treasure, that sort of thing? I've need of help. I must travel to Horizon, where my cargo awaits, but my chocobo slugger won't move an ilm. I tried to have a closer look, but I saw a vile pair of antennae protruding from his feathers and lost my nerve. I love Slugger with all my heart, but bugs I cannot do. I fear he may have a parasite ladybug that's gorging itself on his blood. Check him for me, would you? And if you find a ladybug dug in there somewhere, kill the damn thing. Gonna check Slugger here. Quack, quack! And a parasite. Punch it. Get it, girl. Oh. Oh, that's inconvenient. Oh, speak with Slugger. Okay. Hi, Slugger. Quack, 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 quack. Good talk, Slugger. Slugger says thank you, and you've my thanks as well. I was sure as sunup it was the parasite ladybug. Must have latched itself on somewhere along the road, but how the bloody thing managed to stay concealed at that size is a complete mystery. In fact, I'm not even going to question it. I'd just like to move on and put this all behind me. If we don't keep our chocobos healthy, cargo won't be able to move over land. We owe these birds a great debt. I wish more folk would see that. I totally agree. Chocobo are next level. Do you want a pet? I'll pet you. There you go, Slugger. Right. Have you heard the news about the goblet? All that quality land so desperately coveted is to be auctioned off to bidders, regardless of their origins. Even adventurers have the right to participate. Just imagine, the entire area could end up owned by a wealthy foreign... beg your pardon, miss. It isn't that I dislike adventurers, far from it. But when you consider that Ul'dah is struggling to accommodate countless refugees, the idea that this land is being sold for profit is not surprising whatsoever, come to think of it. Still, the least they could do is give preferential treatment to hard-working Uldahns like me. I've been saving for years, just waiting for an opportunity like this to come along. Say, you wouldn't happen to be curious as well, would you? About the goblet? My hands are full here, but if you've a moment to head that way and look into this auction business on my behalf, I'd be ever so grateful. There's bound to be an Immortal Flames representative by the gates or in the goblet who can explain what's going on. This wouldn't happen without General Raubon's approval. Of that much, I'm sure. So, I am going to complete all of the side quests in this area. So first and foremost, here within this, village? Settlement. We have some stuff we can pick up, like these cargo crates. And that will be for nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night. I have done this quest before, which is why I'm running to exactly where they are. But also the place is pretty small, so even if you were running, like, right off the bat to, find out where these crates are, like, if you didn't know off the top of your head, you could find them pretty easily. Okay, so that goes right back to Oswell, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that in. Did you find my crates? Great job, friend. These will make the next wagon thanks to you. The shipments never stop coming day in and day out. Just keeping track of everything is enough to give me migraines. Business is good, true, but what use is money if you haven't the time to spend it? I haven't drowned a pint with friends in weeks. Downed a pint with friends in weeks. Boxes, crates, barrels, lifting, moving, stacking. There's no end to it. I'm tired, so very tired. Say, friend, do a hard-working stranger a kindness, would you? See this letter safe to Kiki Poo at the Silver Bazaar. I'd call on her myself, but I haven't the time, and I doubt these weary legs would carry me there even if I did. I'd like to send her something nice along with it. Could I trouble you to scrounge up, say, 5 hammer-beak tail feathers? Gods know you can find the beasts around here easy enough. Kiki Poo's a dear old friend. She's called the Silver Bazaar home for far too long. There's been ill rumors of the place of late. I'd just like to make sure she's well is all. So this is what I was also talking about last episode with the quest kind of leading to each other. So Kiki Poo is down here, where this greasing the cogs side quest is. So by me killing the hammerbeaks for the tail feathers, it'll drag me down here where I can pick up these other 2 side quests. So it is nice and convenient how they space those out most of the time. Somebody is getting violent over there, though. Level 100. Go. Oh, he's hitting the striking dummies. I thought he was killing level 4. Thought he was killing level 4s out here. The Edge is calling tonight. Okay. Well, let's kill some cactuars. That would be Dabbleduya, where I was looking for bottles of cactuar blood. Have you brought the cactuar blood? All 4 bottles. Show me. Phew, you've saved my hide, friend. Just stopped to give my cargo a check on the way to Old Da and saw that all my bottles of Radzathan's skin tonic were as empty as a Garlean promise. Looks as though the lids shook off in transit and the whole load spilled right out. But I refuse to have it said that Guntram failed to make good on a delivery. Cactuar blood is supposed to help the skin supple. I'll just use what you've brought to fill the empty bottles, and all those lovely old Don ladies will be none the wiser. Oh, don't worry about getting found out. Radzathan's skin tonic is still a rare find, all the more so this far south. I'd venture none in Old Da would even know it from an ample of their own piss. Right, I am actually going to, before I continue the hammer beaks, I'm going to head over to the goblet. Oh, which actually looks like it's upward. Heard about the auctions, have you? You're not the first to approach me this eve. Aye, 'tis true. In an effort to encourage immigration to our great nation, all lands within the goblet are to be set aside for adventurers like yourself. Tragic, some might say, that only adventurers will be permitted to settle within its wards, but such decisions were made by men wiser than I. A beautiful place, the goblet, a man-made oasis built atop a towering butte. Ah, but why bother explaining when you can see it for yourself? Just head through these gates and follow the road. If you wish to know more about the goblet, speak with the recruit stationed just past the entrance. He will be happy to assist you. To proceed with the quest Where the Heart Is, the Goblet, you may visit any residential ward within the goblet. I'm reading. Housing. Each of the 3 nations has established a residential housing district, wherein like-minded adventurers can establish a base for their activities. Each residential district is divided into wards, which in turn house 60 plots of land each. Wealthy individuals may purchase plots of land upon which to build their own estate halls, while free companies may jointly purchase plots. Those seeking simpler quarters may instead purchase a room in the apartment buildings found in each of the residential districts. Estate halls and apartments can be customized by installing fixtures and placing furnishings. Please note that in the case of estate halls, specific company privileges are required for customization. More information on housing can be had by speaking with the resident caretaker stationed at each residential district. I am just going to go to Ward 1. So the way you travel to a ward, this did confuse me the first time I played, so I'm just going to say how to do it, just in case. So here in the ward selection, you hit 1 or 18 or whatever. You cannot pick a plot that you're traveling to from this menu. So this will just preview whose house it is if you click on them. So what you're actually doing is just picking what ward you want to go to and then hitting select down at the bottom, and it'll ask you to travel there. And once you get into the ward, I think I have a cutscene actually because it's my first time. Yep. Alright, welcome to the Goblet. So once you get into the ward, if you open your map, which you can do with the M key, you will see a nightmare that looks like this, especially if you're in the Goblet. What you do is you can use your scroll wheel to zoom in a little more, and you'll see that each square that's grayed out has a number on it, and that is the plot number. So you can go to any of the aetherites automatically within the housing district to get closer to the plot within the ward that you would like to go to. So hopefully that helps. But let's talk to the Flame Recruit. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Goblet. Beg your pardon, an old Dawn woman asked you to learn more about the auctions. Oh dear, as you may have heard, these plots are reserved exclusively for adventurers. Since your friend is an old Dawn citizen, she is ineligible to participate. Should you yourself have a mind to purchase a plot, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. And that is sort of the quest that's in here, but just for giggles, I will go ahead and visit a plot. So here is just an example of how it looks. So you can select any place to go to. And so say I want to visit plot 15, for example. I'm going to look at 15 and say, oh, what's the closest aetherite? It's the Brimming Heart, so I'll just click the Brimming Heart and automatically go there. And I am over here by the Brimming Heart, and then you're going to open your map again because this is Old Dawn. It's the most confusing city known to man. And then you are going to run up to plot 15. So I'm now in front of plot 15. You can always verify by checking the placard here. By the entrance of each plot of land, you will find a placard. Interacting with the placard will bring up information on the owner if available. In the event that the plot is for sale, the current price will be displayed along with information as to whether it can be bought via lottery or on a first-come, first-served basis. More information on buying land can be had by speaking with the resident caretaker stationed at each residential district. So here you can see the estate profile. It's information about the house that's here. And then you'll see the house. So yeah, that's how it looks in here. And then when you want to leave, I generally teleport out, but you can go back to the aetherite that's nearest to you. It doesn't have to be the same one you poured it in on, but just like any aetheryte. And then the exit is right here. It always goes back to the, not city-state specifically, but it'll go back to like an area closest to where you get into the ward. And you can go to the closest aetheryte there, so I'll go to Goblet North. And I'll just run out and leave. Most people, though, will legitimately just teleport out. But I'm now back in Hammerly. So when I go back to report to Ime, we are going to get another cool shortcut, which is why a lot of people just teleport out of the housing districts, is when we talk to Ime, she's going to give us the ability to use the central aetherytes in the city-states to go to the respective housing areas. So we'll be able to get to the goblet from the Old Daw aetheryte. We basically will never have to walk in the long way again. You've returned. Tell me, what have you learned of the auctions? Eh? What do you mean it's reserved exclusively for adventurers? I mean, sure, times are tough, and every nation is scrambling to attract formidable fighters. But what about my needs? What about my 40 acres in Chocobo? Bah, it's just not fair. And we are going to complete this quest. The residential district Aethernet for the goblet can be accessed through the Old Dawn Aetherite. So that's what I was talking about. You can now go to Old Dawn, or as Walusa, my friend, would call it, Old Dawn. You can now go to Old Dawn and take the Aetherite and end up in Goblet. I am now going to continue hunting Hammerbeaks, for I'm not reading that. I'm now going to continue hunting Hammerbeaks for the side quest and making my way down toward that place. Silver Bazaar. The Silver Bazaar. And so I did get that Fate Failed pop up right then. And that is because I am technically level synced, because that was a really low level fate, and I am level 7. So when I entered that area, I was able to participate in the fate, but the timer ran out, which is why that failed, and I didn't get any sort of contribution bonus for that. Alright, and that is 5 tail feathers from Hammerbeaks. So now it's off to the Silver Bazaar. We have to run. Alright, and we have made our way toward the Silver Bazaar here. So we are heading right in, and we see Kiki Poo. That is our Lalafell friend with purple hair, who we needed to deliver the tail feathers to. Well, what is it then? Come to try and scare me and these... I'm not doing that voice. Well, what is it then? Come to try and scare me and these poor folk off our land again? Go on, do your worst. I'll not budge one step from this spot. We're gonna deliver a letter and some Hammerbeak feathers. Hammerbeak tail feathers and a letter? Dear gods, it's from Oswell. Have you seen him? Is he well? Dearest Kiki Poo, it's been too long since I wrote you last. How have you fared since? As ever, I'm a slave to my trade, and sadly it hasn't seen fit to take me to or through the Silver Bazaar in some years. I've heard it told the scum of Old Daw have set their sights on your Silver Bazaar. It seems beyond saving. Really, how long do you mean to linger in that horrid hovel? Remember, some birds just aren't meant to be caged. Spread your wings and soar once more, Kiki Poo. Spread my wings and soar? By the gods, this is by far the most ridiculous letter I've ever read. And Hammerbeak tail feathers? The dolt does realize he sent the feathers of a flightless bird, doesn't he? Well, Oswald can go bugger himself. I've no intentions of stepping one ilm from this hovel, much less soaring from it. It's my hovel, and I love it. I have leveled up to level 8, and I've learned a roll action, which I will read off. You've learned a roll action. Roll actions are spells and weapon skills that are assigned to all the classes within a roll: tank, melee DPS, ranged DPS, healer, rather than a specific class. Roll actions are learned in the same manner as class actions, via leveling, but only need to be learned once to be able to use them with all participating classes within a roll. The Roll section has been added to Actions and Traits, found under Character in the main menu. Selecting it will display the roll actions you have learned. So I picked up Second Wind, which is basically a heal. I keep that on the middle-ish area of my hotbar, which actually does remind me to put on a button that will be useful for useless for right now. That is Limit Break, which will go something. No, it should be right here. Why does that not feel correct? Well, that is correct. So that's where Limit Break goes, and where Second Wind goes. So I don't know. But we have now unlocked Second Wind, and we've added Limit Break to our hotbar, which is only usable when you're in a party and you're in an instanced area, like a dungeon. So I'll explain that once we get to it. But just know that need to put that on there just for my sanity, because that's where it goes. That's where it lives. We are going to pick up Kiki Poo's quest now. Kiki Poo of the Silver Bazaar is having a hard time handling a couple of troublesome laborers. You've a warm face for an outsider, not like those other curs loitering about the bazaar. Surely you've seen the hammers to the east of here, or at the very least heard them. Well, a few of their workers have decided to drop in on us for a little rest and relaxation. But they're no workers. They're nothing but hired muscle sent to threaten the people of the bazaar and harass our shops. It's not the first time. But I dare say a formidable lass such as yourself might just be able to scare them off with some strongly worded doubts. What say you? And I am going to go over here to Fafafono. Hey there, friend. I've a sure way into some easy gill if you're interested. Won't even require you to break a sweat. Well, not much of one. All you need to do is slay enough rusty goblins to gather 4 bottles of goblin grease, then deliver them to a hearer by the name of Adelard at the hammers. Once he has the grease, he can use it to keep the hammers running. It couldn't be more simple. I'm surrounded by fools here. They detest the hammers and the new way of life they symbolize. They care only for the successes of the past, but it blinds them to the opportunities of the present. Change isn't coming, friend. It's already here. I call the Silver Bazaar home for now, but I've no lingering affection for the place. I go wherever there's gil to be gotten. And welcome to Old Da, because that is pretty much the story of, like, everybody in Old Da. They love gil, and they will kill for it. Alright, so this is the Riled Worker, and we are going to do /doubt in the chat, and that will make him leave. Your ears working? I said piss off. Enough already. I'm leaving, but tell that bloody Kiki Poo this is the end of nothing, you hear? Nothing! I do believe there are a few down here. Yeah, there goes. Oh, he has a quest for me. Hello, Danielle. Danielle of the Silver Bazaar requires some very specific materials to fix his father's broken compass. Please, you must help me. It's my father. Well, he isn't dying or anything. He's a fisherman by trade, you see, but he broke his only compass. He hasn't been able to put out to sea in weeks. The compass is very special. It was crafted by the goldsmiths of Eshtame's lapidaries. Repairing it will require many chunks of magnetite. Such stones can be found near the lighthouse, but the search is not without its dangers. The area is rife with earth sprites drawn to the magnetism. I'm a lowly fisherman's son. I've no arm for fighting, nor the stomach. You're also 10 years old. 3 chunks of magnetite would serve to mend the compass. Once you find them, please take them to my father Galfridus. No doubt he'll be dawdling about the bazaar as always. Are you not a child? This is a child. Yeah, I don't think that you're gonna be catching hands, bud. You will, though. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Get up. You Silver Bazaar folk are annoying as all hells, I'll give you that. Bugger this job, I'm off to find some peace and quiet. Alright, and then we have one more laborer, I think. Oh, no, 2 more. If only I knew where they were. I do think there's one, like, either behind or on top of this building. Oh, there they both are. How convenient. Okay. Persistent little thing, ain't ya? Fine, I'm on my way. But tell that Kiki Poo this ain't over. Ah, I was just about to leave anyway, so don't go thinking you had any part in it. Okay, so they are out of here. I am just going to check and make sure that I am correctly geared up, and I am. Are they gone then? All of them? Well, that's a relief. Serves them right for trying to scare honest folk from their homes so their own masters can buy them. The hammers were built to pound the ground here into solid foundation. The plan is to turn these tracks into manors and manses for the Panelin's wealthy. The same fate awaits the Silver Bazaar. Since the value of the land is set to rise, small wonder some opportunist is trying to drive us all off so he can have it all to himself. The Silver Bazaar may not be what she used to, more people leave now than come, and more shops close than open, but it's my home, and I don't mean to be chased off by some bloody gillionaire craven who sends common thugs to do his dirty work. Good on you, Kiki Poo. Alright, so I am going to head up to here and start doing some more side questing. Okay, I'm gonna run up and deliver the Greasing the Cogs quest, which is to deliver the Coblin grease to Adelard. What is it? Can't you see I'm busy cleaning the sand clogs from these hammers? Gods, I'd kill for a few bottles of Coblin grease right now. Great news, bud. Goblin grease? Fafafono must have sent you. Thank the gods for both of you. Before long, these tracks will be covered with the estates of the Oldon elite, but the ground is still too loose to build upon. The hammers are pounding to make a solid foundation. Once that's done, then you'll see the structure start to rise. The building was planned to stretch even farther, to the heart of the Silver Bazaar even. But it...
Bruh. Bruh.
But it seems the powers that be are being met with some local resistance. I hear some last-named Kiki Poo holds the rights to the bulk of the land there. Stubborn to a fault, that one. A bloody thorn in the side. And would you look at that? Another side quest has opened up. We are going to turn in Galfridus' quest first, which would be to deliver him some magnetite. Don't waste your time, lass. Bloody compass done broke on me. I'll not be fishing this day, nor the next more'n like. Magnetite? Daniel asked that of you, did he? So Dad's fix up the old compass and put back out to sea, is he? Catch a nice haul of fat fish, I've a vessel what's barely seaworthy, and scarce big enough for me to leave alone. I've no crew, no hands to help with the whole. All bloody day at sea, busting my ass, gets me a few gill at best. God's days ain't what they were. God's days ain't what they were. Time was you could scarce count the ships what used to make berth here. There weren't no empty coin purse or stomach in all the bazaar. Small ships ain't got no place at sea no more. Everywhere I go, accent's gone. I'm in the shadow or wake of some monstrous trawler or signer. The old ways are done. With little fishermen done lost our way. I ain't no fisherman no more, nor much of a father, I suppose. Just a broken man with a broken compass and broken dreams. Galfridus of the Silver Bazaar wishes to reclaim his fishing lures from the goblin muggers who took them. Appreciate what you did, friend, bringing me magnetite. Gave it some more thought, I did, and putting back out to sea and all. But even with my compass fixed, we still ain't got my lucky copper lures. I was waylaid by some goblin muggers a few weeks back, just north and east of here. Thieving bastards made off with all of my lures, dozens all told. Must be you filled some earth sprites to get at the magnetite chunks. Am I right? If so, I reckon you could put down a few goblins and bring me back my lures. Suppose I could make do with just 2 of them. A couple of copper ones should serve for now. You up for helping put a broken life back together? Those God's damned haulers, who do they think they are? I paid good coin to... Ah, you there. You're one of those task-seeking adventurer types, are you not? Some wares I ordered from an old Don merchant arrived, but those bloody worthless haulers just dropped them outside the gate and left. Ain't obliged to bring 'em no further, the lazy bastards said. Gate to the bazaar's still a bazaar. Order ain't said nothing about no home delivery. The gall! Huh! There are 3 pieces in all. Would you be so kind as to bring them to me? Gods, those oafs better not have damaged my bags. Well, have you found 'em yet? Let's see. Yes, yes, and yes. Excellent. Everything is accounted for. These bags contain garments from sun-silk tapestries, though each is flawed in some way. In old Da, even a miner misthread is enough to turn the most luxurious gown into fodder for the furnaces. Not here, though, so long as the garments bear a famous name. The souls of the Silver Bazaar have no qualms with quality. Times used to be better. We were never driven to such lows, but Gil is harder to come by now, and more so with each passing day. All that's left to this bazaar are overly proud souls with underly developed tastes. Everyone clings to the glories of the golden past, yet none make efforts to reshape the dismal present. I pray this damnable bazaar some day sinks beneath the sands that strangle it. The sooner the better. Ooh! Yeah! I am gonna take these leather leggings. And I can wear those right away. And they're new shoes! I don't have any shoes yet. Nice. Well, not nice. I hate them, but they look... They don't look. They look like, oh, man. Well, they look like the, oh, what was his name? Terry Von Erich? One of the Von Erich brother that lost his leg. They look like Terry Von Erich's legs. That's a terrible, oh. Oh, no, that was a terrible thing to say. Well, Apologies to the Von Erich family. Alright, we are going up to tackle the problem, aka take some tackle from some goblins. Okay, so we have some goblin muggers here, but they're actually blue, so they won't try to kill me if I attack them all, but I am still gonna try to isolate them. It ain't easy to ask, but I'm asking all the same, friend. 2 copper lures to get me back out to sea and put Daniel's heart at ease. I'll be damned! My old copper lures, never thought I'd see these buttes again. Bloody hells, them goblins sure to be banging 'em up. But I ain't gonna be catching no fish with these. Well, that's that. Must be Nald himself telling me to give up the sea legs. Might be as there's new life waiting out there somewhere. Yeah, maybe my compass will lead me to it. Born and bred here I was. Ain't never called no else place home. Times are changing, though. Suppose I could sell off my land to them bloody buzzard prospectors and see what else is out there for me. I am gonna take the mitts. Wow, that's the end of the quest? That was depressing. Oh no. Sir? Alright, Kiki Poo, what do you got for me? Oh!
It's terrible, Sonja. Simply terrible. Please, you must help us. You've already done so much for us, I know, but we're in grave danger. Those fiends have drawn up a fake contract of sale and are trying to use it to drive us from the bazaar.
Do you smell that, Kiki Poo? That is the smell of inevitability. You knew this day would come. You simply chose to fill the interim with resistance rather than acceptance. Brave but foolish.
Back for more, Kenrick. How many times must I say it before it seeps into that thick skull of yours? I'll die before I see one ilm of this land fall into your hands.
Easily arranged, I assure you. Come, Kiki Poo, listen to reason. You know who we are, you know our deeds, you've no hope in this. Look at this miserable place, a stain on the map. You resist now, but I swear I will lay waste to these shabby tents and broken buildings. When I'm finished, I guarantee you'll thank me for it.
You stupid, foolish man. You couldn't be more wrong. We may no longer boast the visitors or guilt of days past, but this is home to me and many more. Our memories are here, years' worth of them, decades. We sweated together when we dug this well, we laughed and drank together in every festival, and we mourned together with each life the desert took from us. That is the Silver Bazaar. That is home. Those memories are what make this place, and I swear to the 12 above, I'll feed you and whatever masters you serve your own manhood before I let you destroy it.
Oh, stubborn girl. No matter. The sale is all but concluded. Look about you. Writs of seizure have already been posted. And I'd not think of taking them down were I you. In this futile fight, Kiki Poo, there are far more of us, and if you are willing to die for this place, we're more than willing to oblige you.
Sonja, please, the writs of seizure. You must tear them down and chase Kenrick from here once and for all.
Gladly. I'm gonna go right here and start this guy. Seizure, it's time to take him back to Kenrick. Let me make sure I put gloves on. Yeah.
I thought you might be
Well, I was just doing this voice like 30 seconds ago.
I thought you might be along. Pity you're too late. Demolitionists are already on their way. Every building bearing a writ of seizure will be rubble within the hour. The writs? What have you done? But that means my men. No, that's impossible. The day may be yours, but I'll be back soon and with far more fearsome company. You've made an enemy for life, you fool. I won't be content simply to see the bazaar struck from the maps. No, I will not rest until its name is wiped from every history book in Eorzea.
Okay.
So, Kenrick is gone for now, is he? That's certainly the brightest news we've had in a while, though I can't help but wonder about the more fearsome company he intends to bring. I've never had a way with words, bloody poultry things, but we would like to thank you, Sonja. You've not just saved the Silver Bazaar, you've saved me. You've saved who I am. I see now that I'll have to maintain constant vigilance to keep my home from harm, but it's a vigil I welcome. I'll stand up to any threat that comes through that gate.
And we'll stand with you!
What do you...
Saw what you did for us, having Sonja here chase off Kenrick and all? It's true. There ain't much here worth fighting for, but it's home, goddammit, and I for one ain't ready to give up on it just yet.
Aye, this is home. Even if there's nothing left but sand and cracked stone, then I say we build something. Right here, together.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. And most of all, thank you, Sonja. There are no more fine garments of gold spun and brocade here. No more bustling port with ships full of cargo and fish. But the better days live on in our hearts. We are the Silver Bazaar, and it's us. Our memories, our past, our history. That's what makes this place. So long as we remain, so too does hope. You taught us what it is to defend the home we love, and from now on, we'll do no less for ourselves than you've done for us. I have a final favor to ask of you. This letter, I wonder if you'd deliver it to Momodi when you next visit Ul'dah. She and I have been friends for many years. Let her read my words, and she'll be able to give you the reward I can't.
So we have to turn that in at the quicksand. And that is, so far, every side quest within Western Thanolin complete. So we are going to head back to Ul'dah. Oh, actually, I can return. I'll just return. Yep. You got something for me? A letter. Now, who would think to... Kiki Poo?
Haven't heard a word from that old gal in ages. How's the dear doing? Let's see here. Uh-huh. That's Kiki Poo, all right. Time was I used to call in at the Silver Bazaar quite often. This was back when it was still the busiest hub in Thanolin, mind you. Old Kiki Poo and I used to stay up till dawn talking about, well, whatever girls do. Kiki Poo's still the very heart and soul of that place. Hells, even most folk here in the city still remember her name. Breaks my bloody heart to hear her and them good folk were nearly forced from their land. Dirty business, that. But I'm not to the point of worrying just yet. I'd wager Gil to Gooboo Poop that Silver Bazaar will be rallying back its former glory for long. In any case, I thank the 12 you were there to help him. Here, for you, on behalf of Kiki Poo and the Bazaar.
I am gonna take the copper ring. Whoa! Achievement, Storyteller 2. Put the ring on as well. Now it's time to head to the dispatch yard. Talk to Gigi Nasu first. Anyone seen Kekazani since last night? Anyone? Hey, what are you doing with that timetable? I've been looking all over for it. Got it from Kekazani, you say? Why, that useless drunk. I'll wager he was out all night again, chasing after skirts. That's it, the next time he misses a shift, I'm tying him to the tracks. Take some pants. I'll take it. Thank you, Gigi Nasu. Put some pants on before I talk to Papashan. Papashan, here we go. This is one of the most iconic little Lalafels in this game. Gosh, what voice does he want? I don't know if I can even do a voice for him. I have nothing. I have literally nothing in my head. Well, I'll read it as normal then. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be this good soul Momodi advised me to expect, I'm Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we've rebuilt Ulda to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. But there's still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our supply lines remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ulda needs the aid of you and your brother and friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Oh, nice! I have leveled up and learned Leg Sweep, which is a stun that goes right there on my hotbar. And I got an achievement. I am also now level 10, so I can go pick up my next job quest after this also. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area, a dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give 'em these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Oh, man. Alright, I'll go give 'em some comfort food. Jeez. Okay, we'll go this way. Western front clear, eastern front clear. For me? From Papashan. A twilight pretzel. My favorite! How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Halt! Madam, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papashan? By the gods, forgive me! You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papashan my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Whee! "12 save me. Scorching days, freezing nights, this post will be the end of me." A twilight pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing pretzel. I feel reborn. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me how fair our Sultan-sworn sentries. Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then. And stay a moment. There's more I would ask of you. I do believe this is the same item that I have already. It is. So I am going to take bronze pieces. Sonja, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan-sworn. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I've been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan-sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Sonja. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Praise the 12, I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanolin is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. Okay. Lalafell. I love Lalafell. Sultan Tree. About to enter an instance battle. Instance to battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Great news. Read that last time.
Let's do this.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear.
I forgot this is what she sounded like, and I love it.
Show yourself.
Oh, this is Thancred.
As you command, O Lilira.
Oh, Taliesin Jaffe. Oh, I miss you so much. Every day I miss you, Taliesin. Oh. A moment of silence for Taliesin Jaffe as Thancred. Okay, the moment has passed.
Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us.
Just swallowed that water insanely hard.
And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papashan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Think is a system which allows players to participate in lower-level duties by temporarily adjusting their levels, and is available for most fates and instance raids. When your level... oh god. When your level is synced, not only your personal attributes, but the attributes of your gear will automatically be lowered to meet the requirements set by the duty in which you're participating. Once the duty ends, everything is restored to its original state. Experience earned while level synced is based off the synced level, not your current level. However, it will be added to the progress of the latter. God, this was so much easier than the Gooboos. Why was this so much easier than the Gooboo? Oh, Y'shtola's a healer and Thancred is DPS. That could be why.
Whew.
Jolly Rancher!
feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void scent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream. No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
Taliesin Jaffe is that I've been looking at Taliesin Jaffe for so long that, like, when I hear his voice acting, I can, like, see the faces and hand motions he's making. It's kind of a beautiful picture in my head. But we are off to turn this in with Papashan. And believe it or not, that means that we have, we've caught up in about an hour and a half from when we started. We've caught up to Ludwig after we turn in this quest with Papashan. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would have happened if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets.
But I've already given you cause to weep, Papashan. You and the people of Uldar.
Please, you're not to say such things. We'll find it, I swear to you. It's not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please, stay out of harm's way.
I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in future.
I cannot thank you enough, Sonja. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his... He's not a scholar. Who spends his days investigating oddities in the aether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Sonja, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanolin as you did to us today. We did it! Alright, so I am in front of Chichidoa. Cicidoa. And it looks like there is a side quest over there, so I will pick this up, pick Cicidoa up, and then head back into the city, and we will end that episode. So what's up, Cicidoa? Cicidoa needs a reliable adventurer to deliver a gift to the coffer and coffin. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to pay a debt of gratitude which I owe the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin. A particular... oh, my freaking god. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part... Is this a bit? Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and prefer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment is from the Nanawa mines, for which I wait is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Oh, what's your name? Hihiyaja.
Target acquired.
That's an onion. That Lalafell is an onion. I just want to point that out. Thanolin has ever been a barren region. Believe me when I say that it takes no small amount of effort to make crops grow here. We've even introduced earthworms into the soil in order to enrich it. Alas, they've been nigh eradicated by snipping shrews, burrowing critters native to these parts. Unless we save the earthworms, this entire plot won't yield as much as a single pumpkin next harvest. Won't you help us by thinning out the shrew population? The shrew hills would be the best place to start. Oh, is that just right here? Oh, I'll do that real quick. Thank you, friend. You truly are the champion of earthworms. Now we can look forward to plentiful harvest of pumpkins. I wonder which ones will grace the Sultana's plate. An idle adventurer is a sorry sight. No need of assistance at the moment, but perhaps someone at the Coffer and Coffin wants a helping hand. Wowo Baru, the resident chef, comes to mind. The man is obsessed with inventing new dishes, and I hear his current fascination is fish. If you were to donate some for his cause, I'm sure he'd be grateful. Now, I'm a simple farmer and don't know much about fish, but I do know what I like, and I like Orobon. You won't find a more succulent fish in these parts, I tell you. If you've a mind to give some fish to Wowo Baru, I can wholeheartedly recommend fatty Orobon. 4 slices or so should be enough for him to experiment with. If CC Doa doesn't come calling soon, this particular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver this decadent delight? I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we're always deluged with demand. You know the way to the Coffer and Coffin, correct? It's beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. I think that this whole quest line is just a practical joke for those of us that read out loud. Or like a bumbling band of baboons. That's what they're going to tell me to get next. Futile! There are no suitable species, but I shall not surrender. Orobon, of course! But wait, how did you know of my Epicurean endeavor? Well, it matters not. The solution you suggest is sensational. Sauté with salt, a squirt of sun lemon, so simple yet sublime. Fish is a costly commodity here in Thanolin. Were it not for your local largesse, I would have been forced to fork out a fortune to have brought some hither. This is torture. Wowo Baru, please. Bugger, my stores of shrew meat are nearly naught. The meat is an indispensable ingredient for my smoked shrew loaves, which are famous for their fantastic flavor. Fortunately, I'm no fool. In preparation for this possibility, I've set 2 barrel traps outside of our establishment. I'm not accustomed to butchering live beasts. If you could do the deed in my stead and bring me the meat, I can continue to cook. I'll be right back, Roger. Have you carved up the critters? Quickly, else my customers will complain. Wow, I read his name as Wow. This rich, robust redness. Shrew meat is lean yet lovely, I'll learn you. Slathered in secret sauce and smoked, it's a symphony of savory sensations that will satisfy even the most critical connoisseur. It takes time to prepare it properly, though, so I fear we may be forced to deny our dedicated customers their desired dinner regardless. Yeah, I deserve a level up for reading that. Whoa, Baru. Yoshi P. Drink for you, lassie? You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than that in the place. What's that? Cisa, don't ask you to bring this to me. Huh. So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drunk, sodden ass back home. But hell's an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. Can't wait to see what the cooks'll do with her. The lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lassie. Word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to... Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. My gear? Is my gear broken? Oh, no, it just wants me to put on gear. I'm not even reading that. Upgrade my gear. Game, don't tell me what to do. Okay, I'm going to attune to this aetheryte, and then we'll call the episode there, because now we definitely have gone over. Chuck, no keep! Squirrel! Porters are similar to rental chocobos in that they can be hired to carry you quickly to various destinations. The differences being that you cannot control these birds and that they will not stop until they have arrived at their destination. On the other hand, porters are trained to take the safest route, meaning that they will never be attacked while in transit. Alright, so that'll do it for this episode of the side quests. That is 1.5. In episode 2, we will continue our side quest journey along with our MSQ journey, and we'll see how far Ludwig gets in his next episode. It's going to be very interesting. Look at those Amalja up there. I just saw them. They're like up on that little cliff. Oh! Tankard Tender just flew by. I'm too engrossed in the background. Bye, guys!